Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network (ABN) is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network (ABN) will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
9894 Osun Street, Suite 875, Houston, Texas 77036.
Contact phone 281-652-8396 and
832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Good morning, my fellow viewers. Happy weekend. Welcome to another edition of this program, Newspaper Review. Welcome to Abntv. Here with me, I have the Punch and the Nation. Firstly, we go to the Punch. The first headlines of the Punch. How killers plan Kwara's Oba model in beer parlor. Operation Rescue Naira. Federal government consider converting 30 billion Naira domiciliary depots to Naira. Forced salary meant for church leaders. Why bandits are killing monarch cheaply. It is tough for people with disability to find love. EFCC recovers 70 billion in 100 days. Now the full in details. Operation Rescue Naira. Federal government consider converting 30 billion domiciliary depots to Naira. There are strong indications that the federal government is miling a policy that will result in the conversion of foreign currencies in domiciliary accounts of citizens to Naira to stabilize the national currency, which earlier this week recorded its worst performance in history. If it goes ahead with the plan, the government will either the conversion of foreign currencies, sitting currently in individuals and corporate organizations, domiciliary accounts to Naira at a rate to be determined by the Central Bank of Nigeria. According to top presidency sources, the move is meant to stabilize the Naira, which recorded its biggest fall in the official Naira foreign exchange market on Monday, depreciating by 24% to close at 1,348 per dollar. One of the presidency sources told Saturday Punch that the problem of foreign scarcity and the Naira fall was an highlight issue, adding that the federal government will not fund its arms and continue to watch some individuals holding foreign currencies at the expense of the Naira. Operation Rescue Naira. Federal government consider converting 30 billion domiciliary depots to Naira. The full details of this story is in page 4 of the Nigerian Punch. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. EFCC recovers 70 billion in 100 days. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has recovered a total of 70 billion within 100 days between October 2023 and January 19, 2024. Details of this recovery are outlined in the EFCC document titled Operation and Recoveries were obtained by our correspondents on Wednesday. The document revealed that between October 2023 and January 19, 2024, The EFCC recovered 60 billion and 150 billion, a total of 70 billion recovered by Anti-Graft Commission within the period. Within the same period, the EFCC received a total of 3,325 petitions, accepted 2,657 of the petition, and secured the conviction of 747 persons for financial crimes offenses, ranging from money laundering to internet fraud. EFCC recovered 70 billion in 100 days. The full detail of the story is on page 5 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Edo APC disagree over state debt provide. The Edo State chapter of All Progressive Congress has urged Governor Godwill Obaseki to stop securing loans, noting that the 9 billion loans recently approved by the House of Assemblies was leadless and will plunge the state into financial distress. Addressing a press conference on Friday, the acting chairman of the state's APC, Charity Turnbull, said the state was already suffering under a debt provide of 1,335 billion and 35.6 billion. He said, the government is unyielding and unstable in its characteristic design to leave Edo State in room by asking for a facility of 17.5 billion a few days ago, which was said to be 9 million. It is important to state that it is now in public and political space that the budget of Edo State was passed a few weeks ago before the Edo State House of Assembly proceeded on leave without the commencement of the execution of the budget by the executive. Edo APC disagree over state debt provide. The full detail of the story is on page 7 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. New Federal Capital Territory CP vows to combat kidnapping. Bennett Egwen on Friday assumed office as the 31st Federal Capital Territory Commissioner of Police. Following his assumption, he pledged to tackle kidnapping, one chance, robbery, adultery, and other crimes in the FCT. The CP, who took over from IAG Aruna Gaba, following the latter's promotion to the rank of Assistant Inspector General of Police, as an operational police officer, which expressing in believing to come in handy in fights against criminality in FCT. CP Igwe was born on October 7, 1968 and based from Akata Ori East Local Government, Imo State, Nigeria. Before his redeployment as the FCT Commissioner of Police, he was the commander of Special Intervention Squad, Abuja. New FCT CP vows to combat kidnapping. The full detail of this story is in page 9 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Workers should start planning retirement after 10 years in services. Since my time in secondary school, I have always had a passion for reading and writing. Eventually, I realized that mass comm was the field where I could truly excel. Accidentally, I noticed that there were not many people in my community studying mass communication, so I saw it an unconventional choice that could help shed a spotlight on the community. Workers should start planning retirement after 10 years in services. The full detail of this story is on page 25 of the Nigeria Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigeria Punch newspaper. We have 34th constituency elect leaders as DSS police want troublemakers. After months of campaigns and preparation by candidates of various political parties, voters in the 34 constituencies across the country will, on Saturday, elect a Senate, House of Representative members, and State House of Assembly members. The rural election will hold in 1 senatorial district, 11 federal constituencies, and 22 state Ebonyi, and 7 other states. However, ahead of the exercises, the Departments of State Service and the State Police Command have cautioned troublemakers and criminals to steer clear of polling units across the 34 constituencies in the country. Also, Some state police command caution thugs and other criminals to stay away from the exercises. 34 constituencies elect leaders as DSS police warn troublemakers. The full detail of this story is in page 10 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Lastly, with me in the story of the Nigerian Punch newspaper, Ekiti people kidnappers insist on 115 million parent source for fund. Gunmen who kidnapped 5 people and 4 staff members of the Apostolic Faith group of schools. Eminuro Ekiti. Ekiti State on Friday insisted on getting 15 million as ransom to secure the abductees released from the dead. The gunmen had on Monday attacked a bus conveying the school's children. An employee of the school back to their homes as Okoro on the road, and whisked 9 among the occupants away to an unknown destination. But when they contacted their family of one of the parents on Tuesday, the kidnapper was said to have demanded 10 million ransom from each of the 9 persons held captives in their den. The kidnapper, who however reduced the ransom to 15 million for all the abductees on Friday, was said to have told the parents that they should pay the ransom on time because decisions were already weak. They threatened to kill the hostage of their families delay paying the ransom for their release. Ekiti people kidnappers insist on 15 million parent source of fund. The full detail of the story is in page 10 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Before we come back to our newspaper of the nation, you can, if you like to watch it live and direct, click on our website www.abntvnetwork.com/TV. And if you like to like us on our social media and on our Facebook, Abntv Osun, on our YouTube, Abntv Nigeria, on our Twitter, Abntv Osun, on our Instagram, Abntv Nigeria. You can like and share us on our website, on our social media. So we probably come back to
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
9894 Osun Street, Suite 875, Houston, Texas 77036.
Contact phone 281-652-8396 and
832-490-8203.
website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Welcome back to another edition of the program. We have the Nation newspaper here. First headlines: by-election Senate representative seats at stake in Lagos, Yobe, Ebonyi, and others. Anger over Kwara traditional rulers killing. Edu Kandoso, EFCC chairman in fresh bite to rescue Naira. Holding brand stalling section in Abuja. CBN stop dealing cash reserve debits for banks adopts new framework. Naira sustained rally after Appens Bank intervention. Federal government raises exchange rates for cargo clearance to 1,366 Naira. Disquiet in Nasarawa as wife catches husband sleeping with her mom. Actress say jail 6 months for stepping on new Naira notes. Aspirant man allegedly killed woman over plantain bunch. Now the full details. By-elections represent seats others at stakes in Lagos, Kano, and Odo, others. Voters in 26 states of the Federation will go to the polls today to fill vacancies in the national and state assemblies. The affected, the rest are Anambra, Cross River, Delta, Enugu, Jigawa, Katsina, Adamawa, Bauchi, also being contested at Guma, one state constituencies of Benin State, Chibok State constituency of Benue State, and Chikon State constituency of Kaduna State. There will also be election in 42 polling units in Bauchi, Katagun, and Nugu in Bauchi State. Of interest is the election in Surulere 1, where the constituency will elect successor with its former speakers of the House of Representatives, Mr. Femi Gbajabiamila. Retweeted his seat following his appointment as Chief of Staff of President Bola Tinubu. The election in Ebonyi State is to replace Work Minister Dov Imai, who resigned from the Senate to serve in the Tinubu government. While that of Yobe State is to replace Alhaji Ibrahim Gada, who left the Senate to take up his present position. But the PDP candidate for Ebonyi South, Silas Onu, yesterday protested his disqualification from the by-election by the federal government High Court. By-election represents others are stakes in Lagos, Kano, Ondo, and others. The full detail of this story is in page 3 of the Nigeria Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Nation newspaper. We have Ayedatiwa pick Ajulo former Akeredolu aide as commissioner. Ayedatiwa picks Ajulo former Akeredolu aide as commissioner. Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa has nominated former aide of late Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu as his commissioners and special advisors. Those who were nominated were said to have backed Ayedatiwa during the political umbrella that rocked the state before the death of Akeredolu. Those whose names were forwarded to the State House of Assembly for screening and confirmation were Mrs. Omawumi Isaac, Olukayode Ajulo, Razak Oke, Emmanuel Igbasan, Akinwumi Sanwo-Olu, and Oseni Oyeniyi. A press statement signed by Chief Press Secretary to Governor Ayedatiwa, Ebenezer Adeniyan, named the special advisor nominees to include Olugbenga Omole as special advisor on information and strategy, Mrs. Olamide Fanan as special advisor on gender affairs, and Ola Alabi Johnson as a special advisor on energy. Ayedatiwa picks Ajulo former Akeredolu aide as commissioner. The full detail of this story is in page 5 of the Nigerian Nation newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Nation newspaper. Federal government to revive Ajaokuta in 3 years. The federal government said it is determined to revive the Ajaokuta steel plant within the next 3 years. Minister of Steel Development Prince Abubakar Adu, who made this disclosure, said the government would be creating a 10-year roadmap for the revival of the steel and metals industries, not ferrous metals industry in Nigeria. Adu said a part of that would inform giving out the people who have the core competence to be able to get the job done. He said, Ajaokuta has about 44 different production units or production planned within the 24,000 hectares in terms of the land area that occupies different aspects of Ajaokuta, and the government could make it so different aspects can be handled by different people with different core competencies. Federal government revived Ajaokuta in 3 years. The full detail of the story is in page 6 of the Nigerian Nation newspaper. Sanwo-Olu slams new fees on Lagos vehicles parts dealers. Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu has ordered immediate compliance of vehicles and spare parts dealers to the state transport sector laws of 2018, especially in area of operative fields. He equally directed the Motor Vehicle Administration Agency, which supervises their operatives, to enlarge its fees with the provision of the Lagos State Transport Sector Law of 2018. He gave them 1 month to begin to comply, stating that enforcement of the new fee becomes operational on March 1, 2024. Sanwo-Olu slams new fees on Lagos vehicles parts dealers. The full detail of this story is in page 7 of the Nigerian Nation newspaper. The U.S. launches strikes in response to attacks that killed troops in Jordan. The United States military has launched dozens of air strikes against targets in Syria and Iraq in the first retaliation for a drone attack that killed 3 soldiers at a rumored U.S. base in Jordan. At my directions, U.S. military forces struck targets at facilities in Iraq and Syria that the IRGC and affiliated militias used to attack U.S. forces. U.S. President Joe Biden said in a statement on Friday, referring to Iraq's Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps (IRGC). Our response began today. It will continue at times and place as our choosing, he added. U.S. launches strikes in response to attack that killed troops in Jordan. The full details of this story is in page 8 of the Nigerian Nation newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian newspaper. Akigbe wish I become Babangida Chief Press Secretary. Work tireless to make Lagos News a hit, recording a daily circulating figures of 50,000 daily. A feat acknowledged by other publishers were include Vanguard, Chief Sam Amumaka Pemi and Mr. Muyiwa Adetiba of the Soft Cell magazine. One of Mr. Young's business friends, Tunde Onakoya, who ran a popular motorcycling outfit known as Debukas Motors, as Idiroko in attorney in Ikorodu Road, was a ready hand of help who supported my editorship of the newspaper to a flying start. It was also a time another friend of mine, Navy Captain Okuna Mek Akunle, whose friendship began in 1975 in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, was named by the military high command when General Ibrahim Babangida outside Bari in 1985 as the military governors of Lagos State. On assumption of office in Lagos, Akingbe identified me as a trusted friend he could rely on. Remember our days in Port Harcourt where I was in the group sports editors of the Rivers State on Nigeria. And Sunday Tida when Konlu was military governor in 1975. Akingbe wished I become Babangida's chief press secretary. The full details of this story is in page 22 of the Nigeria Nation newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian newspaper, News Nation. We have Green wound alleged Real Madrid call him rapist. The Spanish league and friend Friday that it will look into a complaint filed by the Real Madrid states the incident allegedly occurred during Madrid's 20 win on Thursday. Spanish radio station Saturday originally reported that the complaints by GC. The league confirmed the complaints to Associated Press and said it will use a lip reading. Greenwood John Gracie unknown from Manchester United in September after the English player left his old club following a criminal investigation into a possible acted rape that was closed by the prosecutors. Greenwood alleged Real Madrid called him rapist. The full details of this story is in page 18 of the Nigerian Nation newspaper. Lastly, with me in the Nigerian newspaper, PA transfer spent down 71.5 million on 2023. Premier League clubs gross spent at 100 million on transfer in January was 715 million lower than the record amount